Keisha, I believe you wanted to speak on Ray Dalio has released 9 top stocks and ETF picks. So you're going to talk to us a little bit about that. And also, Cygnus has their preference share offer out now. So I think you'll be talking to us about both of those things.
Yeah, I'll touch on both. Let's start on the US side with Ray Dalio. So a lot of us know who Ray Dalio is. Very successful investor, and he used to be the chairman and co-chief investment officer at Bridgewater, so one of the largest hedge funds in the world. So he's no longer in that position as the chairman and co-chief investment officer. However, persons still watch that hedge fund very closely to see what they're doing. And in the most recent 13F investor filings, which shows you the holdings of the different investments they have in their fund, the top 9 that they're having now are Procter and Gamble, Coca-Cola, Costco, Pepsi, Walmart, the S&P 500 ETF, and Johnson & Johnson. So I thought it very interesting because when you look at all of those companies, you see that the fund is taking a very defensive stance, for want of a better word. And that's interesting to see because right now what's in place, a lot of tech, a lot of growth, Microsoft being at all-time highs. That's really what's driving. So when you see a really large hedge fund like this starting to become a little defensive, it makes me wonder, is something coming? What will 2024 really hold? And for many investors, you may be thinking about what the investment strategy is going to be for 2024, or yeah, it should be. As you're thinking about that, you want to think about the balance. When we see large hedge funds being defensive, but the overall market still supporting tech and growth, which side do you want to be on? Do you want a little bit of each? Do you want one over the other? It's just some food for thought as you start thinking about what you want to do with your money and your investments for 2024. So that's it on the international market side now. Back in Jamaica, the Signals preference shares there. So wanted to look at that as well in terms of the features of it and to see, is it really something that's attractive and what purpose does it really serve for investors? I know some persons may be thinking of it as, am I buying it for growth, or is it going to be something that I want the income from? So just so that I dissect and look through the prospectus, I really look at the terms and what's there. The rates on the Jamaican side of the preference shares are very attractive. It's 10.5%. It beats inflation, because that's one of the main things as investors we have to think about. Are we beating inflation? Is this return something that makes sense compared to inflation rates, and also what else could you be getting in the market right now at that rate? So 10.5 on Jamaica really makes sense to me, right? And then on the US side now, 8 and 8.5% again are very attractive rates. When we think about what Cygnus is using the funds to do, it's likely that they're bringing in capital to make future loans, future credit investments. So their cost of funds, that blended rate, is going to be attractive to them. They just need to make sure now that whatever projects and companies that they're lending to, they are lending at a higher rate than they've accessed capital at. So that will be it now in the future months to see, all right, what rate of return is Cygnus going to be getting on these investments, and how does that compare to the cost of funds, which we know are largely going to be these preference shares?